Hello learners, welcome to this video lesson. Today we are going to discuss another important topic of your course. The title of the topic is Equity and Equality in Education. As you know that we are discussing one of your discipline specific core courses of education subject under your BAG program. The code of the course is BESC 131 and title of the course is Education, Concept, Nature and Perspectives. Before starting our discussion, let me to introduce myself. I Dr. Niradhar, Associate Professor, School of Education, Indira Gandhi National Open University. Welcome you all to this video lesson. Friends, presently we are in the 11th module of your course. The title of the module is Issues and Concerns in Education. In this module, 4 important lessons are there, like access and enrollment in education is the first lesson. Already we have discussed in our earlier video lessons. Then further retention in education is the second important lesson of this module. We have also discussed this lesson. Then the third lesson is enhancing quality in education. We have already discussed this lesson. And today we are going to discuss the fourth lesson of this module, that is equity and equality in education. Before starting our discussion, let me to focus upon some of the important learning outcomes from this lesson. I am very much hopeful that after going through this video lesson and after going through the content which is given in this module, you will be able to explain the concept of equity in education. You will be able to critically analyze different dimensions and causes of inequality in education, and further you will be able to discuss the measures for achieving equity and equality in education. So friends, in learning outcomes, here the most focus point is you have to understand the very concept, very philosophy, the very understanding of equity in education, and further you will be able to understand that what are the different dimensions and what are the different causes that are create inequality in education. And further, another important aspect is what type of you can say measures that can be taken care of for achieving equity and equality in education. I am hopeful that surely you will achieve these learning outcomes. Now friends, let us focus upon the very concept of equality in education. Friends, before starting our discussion, let me to focus upon these two terms, that is equality and equity, or equity and equality. Both these terms are the part of our constitution, and somehow you will find that when we understand our educational responsibility, which is in the concurrent list of our constitution, you will find that many a time this has been discussed about achieving equity and equality. So what is the difference between these two terms, these two concepts, equality and equity? Okay, why only achieving equality is not enough? Why equity is one of the precondition to achieve equality? So all these important aspects you should be clear of it, and basically this course and particularly this module will help you to understand and further to practice this philosophy, practice this concept in teaching learning process. Friends, the very concept of equality in education is, equality in education refers to a state or condition in education in which all individuals or stakeholders of education are given same kind of opportunity or treatment in the education regardless of the differences among them. So try to understand the focus point here, the highlighted point, or the you can say the portion of this definition is same kind of opportunity, okay, to provide same kind of opportunity or treatment to all regardless of the differences among them. So, this is called as the equality. Just like if I will say that all the educational institutions, all the schools that are part of our system, we can say that all educational institutions or the schools are inclusive in nature. That means a similar types of treatment, a similar types of opportunity, a similar types of facilities are provided to every learner in our education system. It means regardless of the differences among them, differences may be in many spheres, in many aspects, so far as gender, so far as languages, so far as diversities in culture and other practices. Okay. And even if you can say the mental ability of the learners are concerned, you can also say that the demography of the learner is concerned. You will find that some are coming from the rural habitation and other are coming from the urban habitation. So, here when we talk about equality in education, it focuses upon irrespective of the diversities, irrespective of their differences, all the learners will get a similar type of treatment, a similar type of opportunity to pursue their education. On the other hand, the concept of equity in education, it says that equity in education refers to a state or condition in which in education in which individuals or stakeholders or the education are provided opportunity or treatment in education according to their needs, interests, abilities and capacities. Try to understand. So far as the concept of equality is concerned, so all were getting a similar types of facilities irrespective of their differences, irrespective of their diversities. But here when we talk about equity, we focus upon the individual ability. Okay. It may be in terms of their interest, their abilities, their capacities, their intelligence, their creativity, their aptitude and their need. So, here opportunities should be provided as per one's need, one's interest, one's abilities and one's capacity. You will find that there are individual differences among the students, among the learners. Okay. No two learners, no two individuals, no two students are equal. Okay. You will find that they may be different in terms of their mental abilities, in terms of their physical abilities, in terms of their aptitude, their interest and other mental traits are concerned. Okay. So, here equity says that first of all we should understand the child, first we should understand the learner and then after as per their need, as per their ability, as per their capacities, as per their aptitude, we should provide them the opportunity. So, that is why the speed or you can say the speed of every learner is different. Okay. You will find that even if in a classroom you will find a group of learners are slow in achieving the things and you will find a group of learners they are very efficient and they are very or you can say they are the excellent student. So, that is why if you will provide a very minimum effort to them, they can also grasp the things, they can also understand the things. But equity says that only you will focus upon you can say those are at the above average stage or those are in the stage of excellent, very good. Then what about you can say the strata of the students, those are really slow learner, those are really take you can say more time to understand a concept, to understand certain things. So, that is why equity says that we should understand each and every individual, each and every student, we should understand their need, we should understand their interest level, we should understand their abilities and their capacities. Then accordingly, we should provide them support, accordingly we should provide them certain facilities and opportunities. This is the simple difference between equality and equity. Further, let us try to understand more about the concept of equality and equity by putting certain example. Okay. So, I can say that providing same education to all children is equality, whereas providing education to each child according to his or her interest, abilities, needs and capacities is equity. Okay. So, definitely we consider all individual, all children in the school equal, but at the same time you will find that all are not achieving the same way, irrespective of similar type of treatment, irrespective of a similar type of content and similar type of curriculum. So, it shows that there is individual difference, it shows that there is a difference in their interest and their abilities and their capacities. So, accordingly we have to design our teaching and learning process, accordingly we have to design you can say our assessment practices, so that each and every learner should take the benefit of it. Further, if I will give another example, just like providing the same amount of stipend to all children is equality. If you are providing stipend to the children or certain scholarship to the children, and when you are providing same amount of stipend to all the children irrespective of their diversities, irrespective of their differences, we can say that yes, we are just practicing the concept of equality. But providing the amount of stipend to the children by considering their performances, class or stage of study, socio-economic background, etc. is equity. Try to understand, very beautiful example. So, here if you are providing stipend, we should see that whether the particular student, particular child is really need certain stipend or not, really needs certain scholarship or not. You will find that the group of learners, they are coming from different socio-economic background. Some are coming from a elite class, and you will find that a group of students are coming from a low socio-economic strata. So, you just tell me the stipend is required for whom, whether it is for the elite class, the students coming from elite class background or the students coming from a low socio-economic background. So, equity says that we should justify the system, we should justify the facilities that we are providing to the learner. Okay. It should be need based. So, if we do so, we can say that yes, we are just trying to achieve equity, but simply without considering their differences, without considering their diversities, if we equally divide, if we equally you can say distribute this stipend to the students, then we can say we are just doing the equality. Further, implementing the same curriculum in educational institutions of different region of a country is equality, whereas implementing the different curricula in educational institutions of different regions of a country according to the requirements of the regions of the country is equity. Try to understand. So, here you see it is a beautiful example, same curriculum, implementing the same curriculum in educational institutions for different region of a country is equality. We have developed a curriculum and we just implement the same curriculum in every region. In India, you will find that we have different region. We have eastern region people, we have western, so far as different region is concerned, eastern, western, northern, southern and central region. And if I will say about the states that belongs from different region, if I will give the example of the states of southern India, it may be Tamil Nadu, it may be Kerala, it may be you can say Andhra Pradesh, it may be Telangana, it may be Goa and Karnataka, you will find that they have a similar type of practice of culture. Okay. And if I will give the example of the northern India, it may be Jammu and Kashmir, it may be Punjab, Himachal Pradesh, it may be Delhi, Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand. You will find that here the culture is also different. Then accordingly northeast states, it may be Mizoram, Manipur, you will find that Assam, you will find the culture is different. Even if in the eastern India, Odisha, West Bengal, the culture is also different. In the central India, you can take the example of Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh. Here also the culture is different, diversity is different. Then accordingly in western India, maybe Maharashtra, Gujarat and other states. So here when there is many diversities in the country so far as language practices is concerned, so far as you can say living standards, so far as art and craft is concerned. So why a single curriculum can be implemented across the country? And if a single unified curriculum is implemented in the country in all the region, then we can say that yes, we are just doing for the equality of the learners. Okay. But if we prepare curriculum keeping in consideration of the regional importance, regional practices, just like art and craft used by the states in southern India, art and craft language used by the northern India, by the eastern and northeast India, and at the same time the western India. Here you will find that there are differences, there are diversities. Then accordingly, many important aspects you will find, many important things you will find may be related to language, may be related to art and craft, and may be related to science and technology, okay, may be related to language also. They have their rich practices and it should be somehow addressed in the curriculum. And if the curriculum addresses the local issues, the regional issues, and if that curriculum is practiced for that reason, for the better benefit of the children, for the better benefit of the students, then we can say that we are practicing equity. So this is the difference between practices of equity and equality in education. Further, to establish more relation between equity and equality in education, I can say that equity acts as a precondition for achieving equality. Okay. So, for achieving equality, equity helps. The true sense of equality, we can say that when we consider all the individual equal, all the individual are equal, but at the same time we also understand the strong point and weaknesses of each and every learner, each and every individual, then according to their need, if we provide the facilities, if we provide the support. So that's why we can say that equity acts as a precondition for achieving equality. Further, equity promotes need-based and fair provision of resources. Try to understand. Equity promotes need-based and fair provision of resources. So, to whom we will provide the resources? Okay, the resources that has been developed. So, who will utilize these resources? Whose right is more to use these resources? So, equity satisfies it, because equity understand that who are the learners who really needs such resources, and we have to provide these resources to that group of learners first. Further, we can say equity helps in achieving equality. Then promote equality is to provide equal opportunity to all, not only in access but also in condition for success. This is as per National Policy on Education 1986. It says that equal opportunity is not all about only access. If we provide access to them, it is not enough. Okay, it is not simply equality. Rather, we can say success. We have to analyze the success. We have to see that whether we have adopted the right process for that or not, whether we have adopted or whether the learners are getting success from the system or not. Further, now let us focus upon some of the aspect of equalization in education. Just like first we have to provide the provision, that's called as access or provision is one of the aspect for achieving equality or achieving equity also. Our first concern is to provide them the access. Okay. and provision. Further enrollment or admission, simply we will focus upon enrollment or further we will focus upon admission. Then process or operation. So, we have developed a process, but we have to vigilant about the operation, vigilant about the practices of the process. Further outcome or result, what is the outcome, and accordingly whether the result are coming or not. So, these are the important aspects so far as equalization of educational opportunity is concerned. Further, now let us focus upon some of the dimensions and causes of inequality in education. First of all, the important dimension and causes of inequality is socially disparities. Friends, in the society you will find that though we have many diversities, we consider that all these diversities are our concern, but still then you will find that in the society there is differences in gender, differences in races, differences in caste. So, such type of socially disparities really create inequality in education. This is one of the causes. And further, gender disparity also we do even if in our day to day living in the community, in the society, even if in our family also, you must have observed, you must have experienced. I am not saying that all the families are doing this, but many a time because of the stereotype type of living and understanding one's life, and because of traditional approach of living, many a time you will find that we face gender disparity, okay, difference between male child and female child, difference between boys and girls. Many a time you will find that the boys are getting enough opportunity for their education and for getting other resources, but the girl child is deprived, the girl child is not getting all such resources and all such facilities even if in the same family. Okay. So, that is why gender disparity is also another cause, is also another dimension for inequality in education, and for the difference in physical and mental abilities. So, many a time I have already said that no two individuals are equal, though you will find two individuals are physically more or less same, but so far as their attribute is concerned, so far as their mental abilities are concerned, so far as their understanding in different aspects is concerned, you will find that they are really different. So, these physical differences, these mental differences in their abilities also create inequalities. It is also another cause of inequality in education. For the differences in home environment, I have already said that in home environment you will find that there is difference in practices among boys and girls. The other dimensions and causes of inequality in education is standard of institutions. If our institution is not maintaining a proper standard, if our institution is failed to provide quality infrastructure at the same time, quality facilities to the learners, then you will find that the definite outcome from the system we are not getting. Okay. So, the standard of institution is also another cause that creates inequality in education. Then further, poverty of the community, poverty of the parents are also another important aspect. Because of their low profile so far as socioeconomic background is concerned, because of their poverty is concerned, they are unable to provide proper educational guidance, proper educational facilities, proper educational resources to their children. So, there creates a type of inequality in education. And for the regional imbalance, I have already said that we have definite practice, we have certain specific practice so far as our region is concerned, different region is concerned. Okay. So, if you will not provide proper care to maintaining a balance of the region, balance among the region, then that will create inequality in education. one region may flourish like anything and other region may not flourish, may not develop. And further awareness of the parents, awareness of the family members, awareness of the community and society is also another important cause and dimension for that create inequality in education. The other dimensions are educational administration, the administration that we provide to our school, to our educational institutions. Okay. So, many a time if our administration is very proactive and if our educational administration is able to handle the issues, able to you can say create infrastructure for the learners and able to do the things in time, then definitely you can say that that may help to achieve equality in education. Otherwise, lacuna in educational administration simply creates inequality in education. Further, community participation is also another important cause, socio-economic status, then policy provision in education, that also creates inequality. Many a time you will find that policy says one thing, but that has been uniformly implemented across the country. Okay. You will find that if I will give the example of the education commissions, I can take the example of NPE 1986 and at the same time the recent commission, that is NEP 2020, National Education Policy 2020. So, here there is a provision, there is the recommendation of the policy, but whether these recommendations are implementing wholeheartedly, implementing in its toto, and whether these implementations, these recommendations are implemented uniformly or you can say in a same way across the country, across the region. So, many a time you will find that this has not been implemented equally. So, that is why it also creates inequality in education. Friends, now let us focus upon very quickly of certain measures for achieving equity and equality in education. What measures we should take for achieving equity and equality in education. First of all, providing education to all people of the society in accordance with the need, interest and capacities. First of all, we should identify the particular skills and competencies, aptitude and interest that are with the learner, with the individual learner. Then accordingly, we have to provide them certain provision for continuing their education. Further, promoting universal and or compulsory education up to a certain level of education, that is for example up to elementary level or secondary level or any other level of education. Try to understand here, provide education or provide compulsory education up to a certain level of education. Let me to say, as per Right to Education Act, RT Act 2009, now state is providing compulsory, free and compulsory education to all the children within the age group of 6 to 14. Okay. Now, it is the fundamental right that has been included in the Article 21A of Indian Constitution. Okay. So, here compulsory education is up to class 8th. So, this can be further considered for the secondary level, that means for class 9th and 10th, and also for other level of education like senior secondary level education, also class 9th, class 11th and class 12th. Further, providing compensatory education for them who could not attend a particular target level of education in an appropriate age for it. So, try to understand compensatory education. If the students are not achieve adequate skills and competencies in a particular age, so certain compensatory education should be provided to them. Then other measures for achieving equity and equality in education are just like implementing Right to Education Act 2009 in its true sense, special provision in education like reservation in education, scholarship, stipend in education, etc. for weaker section of the society like scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, other backward classes, economically weaker section, minority communities, women, persons with disability, etc. Okay. So, here if you will provide them certain more provision, certain special provision, they may come to the mainstream of the society, and in a real sense we can say that yes, we have achieved equality, otherwise not. For the special provision in education for children belonging to disadvantaged areas like slum areas, remote rural areas, then rough hills, delta areas, jungle areas, then rough mountains, etc. So, here the children coming from these areas, we can say that these are the disadvantaged areas. So, that is why special provision should be provided to them. Other measures for achieving equity and equality in education are promoting a core or common framework of education for the people of the whole country. So, a common framework of education should be developed. Further, adopting a fair and impartial policy in admission as well as treatment in all the educational institutions should be practiced. Then, establishing many alternative institutions to formal education institutions like non-formal education system, corresponding education institutions, blended learning, open learning should be established. So, many a time this is not simply possible to teach all the learners, to teach all the students by using only a single mode, that is conventional method of teaching or face to face method of mode of teaching. For them, many a time you will find that you can say a substantial group of people are engaged in different types of world of work. So, for them what alternative systems should be practiced, so that they will also get opportunity to enhance their skills and competencies. Other different aspects, important aspects are just like parental awareness is required, individualized instruction should be given, then administrative system of the education should be very liberal and very proactive. Friends, now let us recapitulate that today what we have discussed. We started our discussion to understand the concept of equality. Further, we tried to understand the concept of equity. Then we established a type of relation and difference between these two concepts, that is equality and equity. And we also discussed about the important components, the important dimensions and the important causes of creating inequality in education. And further, we have also discussed that what are the effective measures that we are supposed to adopt for minimizing inequality and for achieving equity and equality in education. We have also discussed that how equity is the precondition for achieving equality. After going through this lesson, I am just here focusing upon some of the important questions, and I am very much hopeful that you are able to answer these questions, just like define the concept of equity and equality in education, discuss aspects of equalization in education, then further analyze the dimensions and causes of inequality in education, and discuss the measures for achieving equity and equality in education. I am hopeful that definitely you are able to write the answer of this question. In our next lesson, we will discuss another module of your course. Thank you.